Okay, here's hoping that this broadcast isn't garbage. Uh, this is just a little bit of a test stream because I was online and thought, why not? I'm gonna pull this up on YouTube on my phone and just to see what it's looking like. So forgive me while I do that. But it looks like okay. So I apologize. We may be experiencing some pausing and whatnot. I'm hooked up in the stream via Wi Fi. And unlike my old place where I could hardwire um, through the Ethernet port, I'm too far away from my modem to do that. I may actually call my cable company and have my modem brought up here. So, yeah, we'll see what the actual F is going on, my dude. Hey, what's going on, Waves and Games? What's going on, Lord Side Ball? But it's been a while. I was on Zoom live with with a couple of creators, got Cognac, Pick Flip, Hyphy Gold, and so everything was all set up still. And so I just figured like, oh man, let me go ahead and show off some pickups that I got lately because I don't buy games that much, but since it's been like 6 months, almost a year, darn near since my last live stream pickups video. Actually, I got some things going on, so we're just gonna run this until my battery dies. I think I'm at like 60% right now. So we should get like an hour easy, if not more. I got some other batteries somewhere around here, but yeah, man. Just waiting for some people to come in and yeah, we'll get it. So we got four of us. If you're just joining us, I am Lightsaber Samurai. We are going to take a look at a bunch of pickups that I got. Okay. Oh, I should grab this as well. Also, here's a glimpse of my new setup, which again, still trying to make this home. It's kind of weird. Like, I still miss my old room in the basement and all that, where I had all that space. Like I said, in this spot, I got probably about a fourth of the space that I had in that old spot. So, I got to fit all of my video game stuff as well as all of my camera gear stuff. And there's so much. Like I said, I've been buying a lot of things. Okay. I said a bunch of film cameras, diving into film photography now. So there's my young Minolta. Okay, I got my big boy Canon F1 back there somewhere. This dude, these things, digicams, if you guys mess with cameras at all, okay, you got to get on the digicam craze. Okay, like this thing, I've been taking shots with this every day, darn near. Good stuff, good stuff. Like I said, I'm just running my mouth, waiting for some people to hop in. Yes, I did move. I moved because I got robbed, and my girlfriend was like, "Nope, that's the last straw. We're up out of here," and I agreed. So, still waiting on litigation for that. By the way, um, just waiting for the court to schedule that so I can get my restitution for that. But yeah, nah, yeah, this, like I said, that's part of the reason why I've been so scarce on YouTube. I've been moving, and then when I moved this new spot, it was hard. I was struggling trying to get it to feel like the old spot. This kind of feels like the old spot now. It's starting to a little bit, and slowly been starting to film in here again. But nah, man, with that, I got a bunch of classes I got to take this semester. So I'll be going to school, taking classes as well as teaching at school classes. So oh man, it's about to be busy. I told my girl to bear with me. I'm gonna try not to be a jerk, but man, I'm gonna be low on sleep, low on patience. I feel like, but yeah, like I said, for now, we're just trying to get it in, get some content in with the live stream. Yeah, I did have so much space in that basement. I miss that place so much, but it was kind of a gift and a curse. I had that space and I felt like I had a lot of creative freedom down there, but the downside was it took a long time to set up lights and everything in this space where I'm at. Everything's kind of set up all the time because it kind of has to be. So now that I'm getting it dialed in, like I said, this camera just sits on the stick. This mic sits right here. I can always come in here. Only this mic will kind of like move over there a little bit, but I'll come in, bring the mic over, turn on, and like I said, my background's already set up and boom, we just go. And over here over here, I've been setting up scenes for my film and photography channel. So those will be kind of set up. Like I said, I was happy to reincorporate the wall of games that I had. Those are pretty much all the same posters and papers from the old spot and put those back there. So I was glad to have that again. So it kind of feels the same with that, and then my PlayStation Lite and all of that. So I kind of got the vibes back. But as that Bible says, you'll work it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. Absolutely, absolutely. It's crazy. Despite what I do for a living, I absolutely hate school, and I'm not excited at all to go back. But we got to do that so I can get a little bit of a raise out here. The set feels like Ray William Johnson circa 2010, and I'm here for it. Right on, right on. I got 2 game rooms now after moving, 1 for the kids, 1 for myself. That's how you do it, man. So you can keep them out of your space. They have their own space. How's my battery doing? Still saying we had half, but like I said, I probably got an hour of battery. I dumbed it down to 1080p. I should dumb it down to 720p because I don't think StreamYard broadcasts higher than that unless you get the pro version, which I'm too broke to have. But anyway, like I said, we got some people in here. If you're just joining us, Lightsaber Samurai here, back again with another live stream. This time, gonna show some video games that I picked up recently, and it's been a pretty good summer. Actually, most of these I picked up in May, like as I moved, and like right before I moved, and right after. I just haven't had my space set up to show them off. So, like I said, I'll probably split this up into a couple of live streams because I got probably about 40, 50 games to show you guys, which sounds like a lot, but considering it's been almost a year. These are pretty much everything I picked up in like the last year or last 10 months or so. So I don't really get games like that often anymore. I've been kind of slowing down and trying to really just play more than I spend or yeah, play more than I buy new games, whatever. Dig into that backlog, all that good stuff. So that's a fancy set us up. Oh yeah, it is. Like I said, yep. Them kids keep jacking my batteries though. Snaps. All right, man. Let's get started. Let's start here with 3DS. Okay. I picked this up. If you guys seen the video, I got lucky, and this is what I found for 60 bucks. Okay. It is, like I said, 3DS XL. The 3DS itself is nothing special. It's just a plain Jane black one. You know, I wanted my old school. I used to have the Galaxy one. I ended up selling it back in the day. And so I've kind of always wanted a 3DS back, but let's look at some of the stuff. Whoops, it came in this pouch. The pouch has some games in it. So, like I said, for 60, I got the 3DS, which by itself was worth it. But then here's Zelda Triforce Heroes. Okay. So I got that game with it. Don't know anything about these. I haven't really played it yet. But that was a good one to have in there if it'll focus. Pokemon Sun. Like I said, Pokemon games go up and down in price, but they're usually up in price. So this game by itself is probably like 35, 40. So I came out good with this deal. Super Smash Brothers, the 3DS version. So that was good to have. I feel like that's something you gotta have if you got the 3DS. Okay. John Stone is in here. Haven't seen you in a while, dog. You still teaching? How are things going? They are, man, they're going. I am still teaching. In fact, my teaching duties have increased. I was more of like an assistant teacher before. Now I have my own classroom. I'm going to school to finish my degree so I can teach like officially. I can get certified and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been kind of scarce because of that. So yeah, it's not gonna get any better with the school year kicking off. But I got this permanent setup here that's semi-permanent. There's very few things I have to move, but I can get this shot set up in about 5 minutes, which is good because then I can get right to it. I'll probably be live streaming more often because it's easier to get content out that way versus actually producing videos because with the new duties at my school, I will be uh building kind of like an AV program there at the middle school I teach at. We are going to put on our own broadcast where we go out into the community and talk about news around the school. I'm probably going to throw some sketch comedy in there, things like that. So I've been cooking up, so writing some sketches and stuff. So I've been cooking, but it's exciting. I applied for a grant to get some equipment because I honestly don't want to lug all of my equipment to the school. So hopefully, we'll get some nice equipment. Ways and Games, you are familiar with cameras, so that Canon R8, uh, put in a grant to get that for the school. It's a $3,000 grant, so the Canon R8 is the camera that I bought with that. Bought like some XLR attachments and some mics and some lights and stuff like that. So if I do get that, I'll definitely on my film and photography channel, we'll definitely be talking about the Canon R8. It's a camera I'm super interested in. Um, because I've been looking for a full frame Canon camera. I was thinking honestly about getting an R or an RP just for the photography side of things, but like I said, an EOS R is like 1200 used, but the R8 new is like 15, so I might as well just get that. But we'll see. Let's see. Also, on the games here, we got if it'll focus, it's not gonna focus because my big head is in the way. There we go. Mario Kart 7. So Mario Kart 7, awesome. I gets down on some Mario Kart. And last but not least is Hyrule Warriors Legends. So I got all of those games plus the 3DS for 60 bucks. And I just sniped that one day, seen it on Facebook Marketplace like 15 minutes after he had posted, and I hit him up right away. And then he's like, yeah, just make sure you come because a lot of people are trying to offer. And he was a stand-up dude because a lot of people was trying to offer him 100 bucks and stuff like that. And he told them we'll see if I couldn't make it. So he held my spot in line, which is dope. And I hate that about collectors. Like if a item is already spoken for, then they'll just try to outbid them right then and there. Like, man, that's kind of whack. But I had to drive like an hour to go get it, but it was worth it. So, because like I said, I'm not hardcore collecting the 3DS. I'm just kind of curious about it, want to try it out. I definitely didn't want to try it out for 250, 300 bucks, which is what the consoles are going for nowadays. So I was lucky to snag that deal so I can cheaply get into the system just to see if I like it and yada yada yada. Said, "Damn, I just sold, the case to Pokemon Sun. I should have given it to you, man. Just missed it." Said, "The bet the students love you, sir. Nice to see a wise, hip, fatherly figure in the classroom." Yeah, man, I enjoy it. It's crazy, like, it's not hard. Like, sorry, you'll probably hear that banging. I put up my sound panels. Again, Imma turn the camera this way a little bit. Sound panels up, they are already falling off. It's highly upsetting to me. I'm literally gonna have to I guess the sticky things I got just low quality, just suck. I'm gonna mess around and nail them into the wall if they keep falling like that. It's getting on my nerves. But anyway, yeah, man, no, I'm enjoying the teaching thing. Like it's dope. Like it hasn't been that hard to me. I don't know what it is. I tell a lot of my colleagues and we butt heads about it because I'm new at teaching and a lot of the veterans, they're like it sucks because once you do something for a long time, no one can tell you anything about your job. I got a lot of that attitude around when I talk to colleagues about stuff, but I'm just like, man, look, man, these kids just need a strong personality to tell them what to do. A lot of kids want to be told what to do, and you may not feel that way, and the kids may not say that, but it's true. That's why we all joined gangs in the '90s. Okay, okay, like they need somebody to tell them what to do, and you just gotta be charismatic. You don't have to be a jerk. You don't have to be nice and let them get away with everything for them to like you. You just gotta treat them with respect and shoot straight. 80 to 85% of the kids that'll work on. A lot of it too is I feel like parents nowadays don't give the school enough support and they're not as involved in their students' lives as they should be. Some of that is due to the fact that both parents got to work now because the cost of living is so high. Back in the day, my dad basically was the only one working, and for the most part, we had enough financially. You can't do that now. So, like I said, me and my girl, we make good money now, but it's still kind of hard for us, and we don't even have kids yet. So Yeah, nah, it's tough. So the parents just not involved, like it's hard. But let's see, retro stars in the house. Hey, Lightsaber, how are you doing, dude? It's been a while, man. I'm going to use my money to buy a lot of fighting games, including Street Fighter 6. Yeah, man, congratulations, man. And did my eyes deceive me, or are you getting married? Okay, is that what's Is that what's going on in the streets? Okay, I've definitely been out of the loop. And it hasn't been that long, honestly. It's been like 20 days since I dropped my last video on YouTube, but it feels like a really long time. I got some more stuff made. It's just editing it and all that, which is why I'm probably going to go more to this streaming format because it's a lot faster. I'm testing it tonight. I hope the internet connection isn't too garbage. Again, at my old spot, I was able to connect via Ethernet port, so the connection was more rock solid. I'm just using Wi-Fi in here because I'm upstairs and my modem's downstairs. And I'm probably, like I said, I'm probably going to call my cable company and have them put the modem right here in the corner so I can hardwire and get a more solid connection in the future. But hopefully, this will do for now. Pick flips in the house. Me and Pick Flip was just cooking up some content, which is why I decided to just start live streaming. I'm like, man, it was so fun, man. I had all the equipment set up, pick flips. So I'm like, man, I might as well just keep it going. So I'm gonna show off some pickups that I got not recently, months ago, but that's just how long I've been gone. So John says, "Do any of your students play retro games, or are they Fortnite devotees?" Nah, man. Some of them are with the business, man. I got this kid. He was actually I got a game that he was asking about, and he's like, "Oh man, you should." Another one of my sound panels just fell. I'm gonna see how many fall through in this during this live stream. That was two so far. But nah, it was a Dreamcast game that he's like, "Oh man, this is Dreamcast game I want to play. I'll show you guys here in a second." But I'm like, and so I want to show him now that I own it. But yeah, nah, we talk about Super Nintendo and all kind of stuff. He's actually really like knowledgeable on Super Nintendo, more so than myself. And I actually lived through the era. But nah, yeah, he be telling me stuff all the time. So there's a lot of kids are like in the know, and a lot of them got parents is putting them on, which is good. And that's good. Um, let's see who else is up in here. Sammy says, "What up, lightsaber samurai? What up, Sammy? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. I'd love to have a modded 3DS stream. Looks great. Real chair. Oh yeah, or real clear. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to this. I don't know, 3, 4 year old camera now. Canon 90D is what I'm shooting on. It's really the lens Sigma 18 to 35. If you have a crop sensor camera like Super 35 sensor, this is the lens you have to have. It's absolutely goaded. This lens is like 10 years old and nothing beats it in versatility and sharpness, in my opinion. Like I said, I can go down to a 1.8 even on this crop sensor. You can see I got some nice blur in the background. And yeah, man, nah, this lens is goaded. The camera's doing well also, but I'm only shooting in 1080p right now, but it looks good. So I'm excited. I'm probably gonna get the paid version of StreamYard so I can update that and actually start streaming in 1080p. But yeah, so Hyphy Gold back in the house. Yo, yo, what's up? Yeah, I was just telling Pickflip Hyphy, like I had so much fun. I had everything still set up. I'm like, man, let me hop on the stream real quick for the one time. So yeah, we in here. Retro Star says, yeah, my girlfriend wants to get married with me and she wants to cuddle me too. Okay, and we can keep that out. Okay. Children watch the stream, sir. Okay, but yeah, yeah, no, that's what's up, man. Congratulations. Okay, super happy for you. Super happy for you. Hey, you know what? Metal Jesus rocks, right? Yeah, what's he? Oh, I don't know him personally. Actually, Jason, he watched a few of my videos and we've chatted like a couple of times. He seems like a chill dude. I know a lot of people give him crap, because he be raising the prices and all that. Dak Cognac's in the house. What's up, fellas? I appreciate y'all hopping in on the stream. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Me, Dak Cognac, Hyphy Gold, Pick Flip, and what's the other guy's name? I just met him today, but we all hopped in and made some content. And yeah, we're each gonna be putting that out. On all of our channels. I'm gonna put a modified version out. Wow, we just had like five. Look at that. Bam, there. We're losing them. We're losing them. Yep, I'm about to nail all them bad boys down. That makes me so mad. So, but yeah, I'm basically gonna give a different response to what I did in the video tonight, fellas. So that way they can go watch your content to see what my response was for that. And the video I post on this channel, I'm gonna make a new response for it. So, gotta watch your guys' channel if you want to see my original response. But yeah, man, we was up here. Anyway, like I said, Metal Jesus Rock, he seems like a cool enough guy. He really does. Like I said, I remember one time and when I was sitting at like 400 subs, it was the first time I put out a Xbox Hidden Gems video. And all of a sudden I was getting all this crazy traffic and everything, and everybody was bigging me up and this and that. And I'm like, oh wow, I got a heck of a bunch of subscribers off of this. And turns out one of the people that subscribed to me, they was like, yeah, man, I came over from Metal Jesus Rock's website. He's promoting your video on Metal Jesus on the website. I'm like, for real? And then soon after that, I see Metal Jesus Rocks in my comment section, praising me on the video and this and that. And I'm like, oh, that's dope. But it's cool. Like I said, Metal Jesus Rock promoted me and didn't say nothing about it. He didn't hit me up like, hey, just so you know, I'm promoting you, or no, he just did it because he thought it was a dope video and wasn't trying to take no credit for it or nothing. He just did it and kept it moving. And so I got a lot of traffic. So because of it, I'm like, man, Jason is a solid dude. He gets a lot of crap, and I suppose that's warranted. I mean, but you got to understand, he's been doing YouTube for like damn near like 20 years. Like he's been around since like 2006. So he's almost at the 20-year mark on YouTube. So he's supposed to have a million subscribers and supposed to have the influence that he does in the retro community. I mean, you want somebody that's paid their dues, that's it. He's been consistently making two videos a week for like 20 years, bro. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. So say what you want about Metal Jesus Rocks. You know what I'm saying? He's putting in the work. His subscribers subscribe to him because they can count on his content, unlike me. Okay, I put out a video every now and again, put out a bunch of videos, then I stop for 2 months, then a video here, then stop for 3 months, whatever. Like I just can't get consistent like that. So, like I said, I can't hate on him because he's doing it, like I wish I could. So, you know, so damn man, they fallen in the span of minutes. Yeah, man, it's crazy. They've been up all day and they were chilling all day, and I was like, hooray, I got my sound panels up, and now I don't. So, you know. Said, I got no problem with Metal Jesus. I got a bunch of good games from his recommendations. That's facts, man. Like and I get it. A lot of his recommendations do spike the price of games, but I can't blame him for that 100%. And the reason why is because Metal Jesus has promoted a bunch of games that never went anywhere. If you've been watching for a long time, like Subnautica is a great no, not Subnautica, Sub Rebellion. It's a submarine game, 3D, basically like a third person shooter in a submarine, like the vehicular combat type of thing on the PlayStation 2. That's shown up in his hidden gems several times over the years. Sub Rebellion is still a $10 game. Okay. So, you know what I mean? Like, not every game he talks about shoots up in price. So I don't know. I feel like the games that he talks about are already trending up. He talks, when a hidden gem is on his video and it's like an Atlas game, like no freaking duh, it's Atlas. Like I tell you guys all the time, if you see Atlas, buy Atlas. I tell y'all that all the time. So he talks about games I think that are already on the way up, trending up. Very few times I think has he actually talked about a game and everybody saw it and everybody bought it. I think he brought light to games that were already trending in price, and then everybody just raced to get a copy before the prices got out of control. So I don't think he's really, you know what I mean? Like some people claim that he's doing it just to increase the price of his own collection and things like that. And I don't agree. Like I said, he's talked about a lot of games. Space Chimps is another one. He talks about that he talks about how great that game is on the PS2. That game is still $8. You know what I mean? Like he's talked about a lot of games that never went anywhere price wise. So um anyway, I got to get to these pickups. I'm saying I've been online 20 minutes and I ain't showed y'all a single pickup. Well, I guess I showed you the 3DS stuff, but let me catch up comments real fast. LG's Rocks and Reggie pickups are always fun. Yeah, they're always fun. Like honestly, those are the only videos I watch on his channel. Those, and then when he travels, I do like his travel vlogs. Like when he went to Japan, that was dope. It was fun videos. So, kind of random question: what is your workout routine? Recommended or remember you looked swole in that intro you used. Insanity. I don't know if you guys remember Sean T back in the day in the 2000s. That's the only thing that's ever worked on me. I don't work out as much as I would like to nowadays because I just don't be having the time like that. But yeah, no, the insanity workouts. I remember back in the day. I was heavy into fitness because I wanted to fight, like do UFC type stuff. I was heavy into that in the early 2000s. And for like 2 years, all I did insanity workout and eat Campbell's chunky soup and drink sugar-free G2 Gatorade. And I got swole as can be. Like I was super in shape. And that was the best shape of my life. And I'm trying to get back to that point right now. But like I said, my girlfriend, she's a foodie, so we like to eat. So it's hard to do that now. But yeah, so that's what I do though. Like I like a lot of cardio stuff. I like to run. So dude, I totally know what it's like to struggle to be consistent. I just try to be consistent in my quality since I can't do it in quantity. That's fact. And that's facts. Like I try to at least make sure every video looks good, and I can't even do that all the time. Sometimes my sound be jacked up, but I got a new microphone. I've been spending some money on some new equipment, sound equipment for sure. The old mic I had is sitting over there, busted. It's not in good shape anymore. So, actually, this is a $40 mic. This is that Vivitar $40 mic that you can get from Walmart. What it takes a while to dial in the settings, but once you do, it actually sounds not too bad. And I like that it changes colors. Okay, that right there, that's just super fun to me. Okay, or you just turn it off. But yeah, like that makes me happy. Anyway, let's continue on. Actually, last 3DS game I want to show you. I found this. This is like $10 off, $12 at my local CD trade post. This is Fire Emblem Warriors. Okay. Fire Emblem games I know usually go up in price. So to find this one for 12 bucks, I was with it. Okay. I don't know. Looking at the back of it, it looks kind of like a turn based, but it also kind of looks like a hack and slash, kind of like Dynasty Warriors, which I think it is. That's why it's called Fire Emblem Warriors. I think it's a Dynasty Warriors clone, which is dope to me. I love me a good hack and slash game. Bring this mic a little closer. 20 minutes of calisthenics a day go a long way. No, that's facts. Yeah. And yeah, his videos are usually like 25 to 35 minutes. Yeah, and just going hard on that. That's the only thing that's been able to make me lose weight. And yeah, when I was living that life of Campbell's chunky soup and insanity workouts, washing it down with G2, out man, I'm telling you, I'm talking about one hand push-ups and the whole works. Like I was girls was hitting me up in the DMs, like it was crazy. Like I was like, whoa, like yeah, man, it was wild. So anyway, moving on. Oh, let's talk about that Dreamcast stuff. So, kid at my school, okay, shout out to Marshall. This is one of his favorite games or most sought out games for the Dreamcast. This is Kiss Psycho Circus, okay? So, pick this one up for 35 bucks, okay? Game Nut. That's one of my favorite video game stores. Okay, it's in Lawrence, Kansas. So, that's where my girlfriend's from. So we shoot out to Lawrence semi often. And every time we go to Lawrence, I gotta make a trip at my favorite video game store, mainly just because they got the variety. Like if I'm looking and what I'm collecting for right now, I'm always looking for PSP games, PS Vita games, and Dreamcast games, and they always got them every time I go. And they always got like a good selection, not just sport titles. Like they always got some real stuff for me every time I go. So shout out to Game Nut out there. Let's see, man. Let my so man reminds me of back when I was working out with the NOS energy drinks, man. Ah, dude, NOS, I could not mess with NOS. I remember I drank a NOS like I was hearing my heartbeat. Nah, NOS is some other stuff. Canned chili and muscle milk cookies and cream. Heck yeah, man. Yeah. Now and see, you make a good point. It's swole but unhealthy. It's like my body looked the way I wanted it to, but was I really like healthy though? And it's an interesting thing, right? About looks versus health. I'm a shout out my girl Lizzo. Everybody makes fun about Lizzo being fat and this and that, but she's heavy set. But you want to talk about somebody that's healthy, like in shape? Okay, first of all, Lizzo's a vegan. I don't know if you guys knew that, or she's at least vegetarian. I don't know if she's like vegan. I think she is though. But I mean, we talking about a girl who can wear a leather suit on stage. I don't know if you got anybody that's ever been on stage. No, with them lights, it's like 95 degrees on stage. Hot as hell on stage. She's on stage dancing, singing, and playing the flute for like 2 hours. Okay, like and like nah, I could never. I could never. Okay, am I slimmer than Lizzo? Yes, I am. Am I more athletic? Probably not. So yeah, you make a good point. There's a difference between slim and healthy, like, and so I think that was a lot of it too, that I just wasn't like healthy because I was starving my body and all of that. And I definitely lost weight, but what was the cost? So but anyway, this Kiss Psycho Circus, it looks like a first person shooter of some sort. I don't know anything about this game. I just saw it and I'm like, man, I gotta have that. Like, it's a interesting looking game on the Dreamcast, and I missed the boat on Dreamcast completely. Right now, I've got a collection of about 20 Dreamcast games, and I wish I was into the Dreamcast back in the day, but you couldn't tell me nothing about Dreamcast because it was all PlayStation 2 or GTFO. That was like my whole mantra back there. PS2 or GTFO. So I don't want to hear nothing about no Dreamcast, no N64, no Xbox, no GameCube, none of that. So I missed out on a lot of that stuff. Um, Continue on with the Dreamcast. I got a few Dreamcast games. This one right here, I got uh at my local CD trade post. Shout out to Leslie. This one was also like 30 bucks. It's called Omicron the Nomad Soul. And again, it's a game I had never seen on the Dreamcast before. Looking at the back of it and reading the back of it, it's claiming to be like an open world game, so that's dope. I'm like, yeah, let me check that out. And it's kind of like an open world action game. I can dig it. So, yeah, definitely have to scoop this up again. Know nothing about it. Excited to try it. And I just pulled my Dreamcast out the stores too. So, I might do a live stream or something with the Dreamcast soon. Cause oh, this game is the most I was most excited about this. This game was like $60. I went ahead and blew the bread on this because for one, I like fighting games, and for two, I have this a version of this game on the PlayStation 1. So this is Plasma Sword. Let me move this out of the way if I can. Get the 54.99 is what I paid for it. I'm getting a sticker out the way so you can see the artwork. But for one, it was a Capcom Fighters Edge game. Oh, we just lost another one. Capcom Fighters Edge. And that's a whole subset that I know a lot of people, especially fighting enthusiasts, like to collect. But anyway, here it is. Plasma Sword Nightmare of Blissstein. Or I don't know. I can't read. But anyway, like I said, that dude, if you recognize that dude, I just knew him as the dude from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with the sword, and he's one of my favorites on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Did not know this man had his own games until I found uh what was it, Star Gladiator on the PlayStation 1, and now this game too on the Dreamcast. Oh, we just lost another one. Look at that. We only got a few left hanging out over here. That's crazy. That makes me so angry. I'm going to nail all them bad boys up on the wall tomorrow. And then I'll never have to worry about it again. It's gonna suck though, because the nails, you'll probably see them. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just try to get stronger sticky things. I don't know. But I'm probably gonna nail it because I ain't got patience like that. But anyway, like I said, love me some fighting games. And that was one that I was excited to see. I was like, ooh, ooh. And I saw the price. It was like I said, 55 bucks. But I'm like, man, if I don't get this, somebody's gonna get this. And I looked at it online. It was going for a little more than that online at the time. So I'm like, okay, I'm saving like 10 bucks buying it here, and who knows when I'm gonna see it again, what price it's gonna be when I see it again. Let me go ahead and scoop it up. So I did. So that's the story of that. Uh Fellas from the stream, the content we just made, got cognac, uh pick flip, all of y'all. This is the only Chambara game that I was talking about on the Wii. Okay. So this is it right here. Oni Chambara Bikini Zombie Slayers. Okay. So yeah, this is I think this game, I think it's the Xbox 360 game, then this one, and then the PS4 title. I think that's the chronology in them. But like I said, it's basically the same uh thing as what I described. It's a hack and slash game by 3D by 3D publisher, or D3 publisher, sorry. Gat Cognac in that stream made a great point that it was part of like an indie series, the Simple series in Japan. It was sometimes they came in compilations. It was these games that you can get for something like 25,000 yen, very cheap, and they were just kind of more like indie or budget titles. And D3 publisher picked this series up and brought it to life here in America. And now we have a whole slew of games. We got this one, the Xbox 360 one. Z2 Chaos, which came out on PS4, and then a new one just came out on PS5 not too long ago. And it's cool because while this game and the Xbox 360 version, while they have their charms, they are still very much budget titles. The PS4 and the PS5 games, like the PS4 game in particular, because I haven't played the PS5 one, but I have the PS4 game, and the production values is way up on that. The graphics are fantastic. The combat is super fleshed out. Multiple characters you can play as, all kind of stuff, like the works. It's a great game. So it was cool to see them bring that over to America and it get enough of a buzz that they were able to put more money into the development of future games in the series. So yeah, shout out to D3 Publisher. All those Japanese publishers like that, whether it's Atlas or a D3 publisher or Marvelous or Xseed, Falcom, all of those really doing God's work, okay? Bringing all these obscure Japanese titles so, uncultured swine like myself can enjoy them here in America. And so, like I said, my hat's off to y'all, okay? I never would have known anything about the series, about the game, if it wasn't for people like that. So shout out to those companies because they really getting it in there. Let's see. Hey, yeah, 1D5 is in the house, says good old Hayata. Yeah, Hayata, that's his name. Yeah, I love how Star Gladiator and Plasma Sword is Capcom Star Wars. Yeah, basically, that's a great way. Yeah, it's basically Star Wars in the Capcom universe. So Hyphigo says for the culture facts. Yeah, man, those publishers, man, put in work. So say what you want, but I got a lot of cool games because of companies like that. So let's see, going on with the Wii. It's the other Wii game I got. This is Rygar on the Wii. I didn't know this game existed. And sorry, I gotta get this sticker off. It says the battle something. Okay. The Battle of Argus, which is funny because we was talking about that Argus game on the 360, fellas, just a little while ago. So this is the Battle of Argus Rygar, and this is cool because this looks to be a sequel. This doesn't look to be the same game as the Rygar game that we got on PS2. So that was fantastic. If we talked about, by the way, audience, we were talking about Xbox 360 games that will rise in price in the future. If you want to talk about Wii games that'll rise in price in the future, okay, both of these joints right here, okay, they're both going to be expensive in the future, and they're already creeping up in price. And it's cool because the Wii actually had peaked a few years ago, and now prices are coming back down. So actually, it's a great time to collect for the Wii. I got a bunch of cool games for the Wii right behind my camera. Here is where I got my Wii set up. Like I said, I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but Battle Rage, okay, it looks like some cool like fighting game where you fight as like big monsters slash robots. Okay. That looks pretty dope. Okay, and I got that. If you can see the sticker, $2 is what I paid for that game. Okay, so I mean they're out there. Okay, I got a Valhalla Knights game, so that looks dope, and it looks. I mean the Valhalla Knights series are cool, like action RPG series. Uh, you know, so yeah, like I said, it's a great time to collect for the Wii. If you're not collecting for the Wii, they got like 30 like super dope games on there. Okay, the Wii's library is not fantastic, but the games that are good on the Wii are really good on the Wii. So moving on here, here's an Xbox 360 title that I picked up because I don't see this out in the wild. Appear to be a system exclusive. So I'm definitely especially when it comes to 360, definitely trying to scoop up them exclusives. When it comes to 360 and the PS3, I'm looking for exclusives out there. This is Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise. And this is a sequel to the good old Viva Pinata rhythm game, I think. But looking at this, man, this looks like some kind of like action platformer game. Like just looking at the back and looking at the screenshots. So I think they went in a totally different direction. Is by the good folks at Rare. Okay. So whoops, I'm backwards here. But yeah, good old Rare. So yep, I like I said, it was $7.99. It's a game I don't see in the wild, and it is a system exclusive. So I mean that was a no-brainer. Okay. So pick that up. I'll have to put that in. It's deep in the backlog. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. Zybalba says, finally got Moramasa back in the collection after stupidly selling it a while ago. Oh yeah, talking about this one right here, the Demon Blade. Okay, yeah, man, that I can't get it out from my camera. Yep. So this is what he's talking about, guys, on the Wii. Muramasa the Demon Blade. Fantastic game. What did I pay for this? 13.99. I almost sold it a few years back as well. And actually I remember I think it was Linda, the gamer girl, she hit me up a comment. She's like, don't sell that game. That game is fantastic. Actually, I could still sell it because I don't play this copy anymore. I have it on the Vita. And so I play it on my Vita TV back there where that little TV is. So that's what I play more Muramasa on now. Fantastic game. I've streamed it a couple of times before, but yeah, nah, fantastic game by Vanillaware. Actually, I think it's Vanillaware's best game. So yeah, really dope. 2D action platformer, hack and slash, all of that good stuff. Last but not least, to finish this off, because where's my battery at? Oh, my battery's still at 2 bars, so it's hanging tough. Like I said, I figured we can get easily an hour out of that battery, but I'm gonna talk about a couple of PS4 games, and then I'm gonna I don't know, who knows? We'll see what happens next. Gat Cognac says, I remember Omicron was backed by Bill Gates back then. People believe that the virus variant of the same name was also backed by him since he's such a big advocate for population control. That's hilarious. But also not, you know, that's not crazy to think considering, yeah, like when you add it all up. Was he? Probably not. But like I said, I can see how you can come to that crazy conclusion. Like I said, so these next 4 games are on the PS4. I made a video. I think it was the last video I put out was the 4 for 40 deal. Joe Casey put out a bunch of content on it, and a bunch of other creators put out content on the 4 for 40 that GameStop was doing, and I used that to bolster my Switch collection because it's hard to find Switch games for the cheap. So I also got some PS4 games, and I was gonna make a video, and then I just didn't. So I didn't have the time. I think I like halfway shot it and just didn't finish it. But I'll go ahead and show them here. I may still make that video, just make it a short video and just quickly run through them. But like I said, first one I got was Persona 5 Strikers. Okay, and so this is kind of like a hack and slash. I think this is kind of like a Dynasty Warriors clone, but with Persona characters, which is fire. Again, Atlas, you see Atlas, you buy Atlas, especially if you get it for $10 with the 4 for 40 deal. I've been wanting to get this game for a while, and it was hovering around like 25 to $20. And I'm like, man, once it goes down to like 15, I'm gonna try to cop it. And it would never go down that far. So when I seen it for the 4 for 40, I'm like, oh, getting it for $10, that was a no-brainer because I hadn't got it yet. Also, I was thought Strikers was a Mario game. Yeah, it's the name of the yeah, it's their soccer game too. There's a there's a Persona soccer game. Yeah, I think this one is like a Dynasty Warriors clone, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, like I said, I was waiting for. I was thinking that maybe they would release some kind of Game of the Year edition or some special edition because Persona 5 came out and then they put out Persona 5 Royal like 6 months later. So luckily I waited on that, didn't get it right away, and so I was able to scoop up Royal for $20 and got the steel book and all that. So I was waiting for this to do the same. That's part of the reason why I waited so long to get it, and it just never came out with like a special edition or anything like that. But it did drop down to $10, so that's what made me go ahead and pull the trigger and scoop it up. So let's see. Moving on. This one right here. This one I was excited about because Sinking City is the name of it. This looks like something straight out of H.P. Lovecraft. In fact, you can see what looks like a Cthulhu right there, or some kind of tentacle monster. And reading on what's on the back of it too, it seems like it's kind of like Call of Cthulhu on the OG Xbox, and I was with that. And like I said, but this is, it says explore an open city. I can do that. Survive cosmic horror sounds dope, and investigate sanity blasting cases. Okay, so like I said, in this under the sanity blasting cases, okay, it looks like he's on his L.A. noir there. Okay, you got some survival horror here, and then him just traveling around in the open world. So Yeah, it looks fire. Like it looks like something I would totally play. So again, for $10, I'm definitely gonna check it out. This might be, we might be on the hidden gems alert. I will get back to you as soon as I get that in the console. Let me pull my focus down a little bit. As soon as I get that in the console and get it checked out, I will let y'all know. Okay. This one here, I've been seeing this game too. This is Kena or Kenna, however you say it, Bridge of Spirits. Okay, this looks like a cute little adventure game slash action platformer of some kind. Like I said, it looks really good. Just looking at the artwork for it and looking at the back. Like I said, it was just a game I was curious about. This game I was curious about, and for $10, I went ahead and scooped it up. This is the deluxe edition of the game too that includes some extra goodies. Like I don't know, like I think it's got like some extra weapons or some skins, um, and some costumes and stuff like that. But still, I'm with it. It's something that I don't have in the base game, so I will take it. And so yeah, $10 sounds good to me. Let's see. Says, yeah, I've still been collecting for the Wii as well. I recently bought Heavenly Guardian, kind of like Pocky and Rocky at Target. Terra. Yeah. In fact, Heavenly Guardian was made by the people who made Pocky and Rocky, but um, when they left, when they left the company, they lost the rights to the name. So Heavenly Guardian is made by the same team or same guy that invented Pocky and Rocky. So yeah, that's a fantastic game. I got it too. I got it on on PS2 and on the Wii. And so yeah, yeah, it's a fantastic little game. What else you got there? It says Terror and Cheesy Area 51 style shooter. Okay, I'm with that. Area 51 is goaded. That's one of my favorite shooters from the arcade. So yeah, I totally check that out. Target Terror. Okay, I'll have to look for that. Is and Target Terrace on the Wii too? So yeah, I'll have to look for that. Cheesy Area 51 South Street. Yeah, I'm with that. So yeah, no, man, the Wii has got it's just so hard to get through all of the BS and all the shovelware that came out on the Wii. But man, if you do it, like you can have a good collection. Like I said, I got probably 25, 30 games on the Wii right now. And all of them, I think personally, all of them are bangers. Okay. I'm looking at 'em, like I said, I got the ones we just talked about. Okay. I got Wii Sports, of course. Wii Sports Resort. Okay, those are bangers. Okay, Castlevania Judgment, which I like. Curse Mountain, Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo is a fantastic side-scrolling beat 'em up based on the Dragon Ball universe, not Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball. Fantastic game. What else I got down there? Mario Kart, of course. Metal Slug Anthology. Okay, Metroid Trilogy. Okay, No More Heroes 1 and 2. Mario Party Wii, Red Steel 2, not the first one. The first one was kind of stupid. Skate City Heroes look pretty good. I still haven't played that yet. Ken from Ken's Gamer Collect. What's his channel name? I don't forgot that man's channel name. Ken's Gamer Collection. Ken's Games with a Z. So I think that's it. Ken's Games. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He asked me about that. He's been waiting for me to play that for like a year. So Ken, if when I will get to that, okay. Yeah, Revenge King of Piccolo is what I need. Yeah, no, that game is fire, man. That game, I was impressed with how good that game was. And luckily I bought that game when it was 14 bucks. I don't know what it's going for now. Oh, and another one fell. We got one, two, three, four, five, six more to go. No, seven more to go. Oh, that's crazy. They all about to fall off tonight. That makes me so angry because I spent like an hour putting all those up. And now I'm just watching them fall before my very eyes, which sucks. But whatever, whatever. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Yeah, man. But yeah, Sin and Punishment, Star Successor. That's a great game. The Mario Galaxy games, of course. Tatsunoko versus Capcom, fantastic game on the Wii. Okay, if you hadn't heard. Yeah, no, man. The Wii's got some bangers, and then of course I got the last story somewhere. I don't see it over there, but I bet you it's in the. I got it in the book, so it probably fell behind the case there. But I got that, and then what's the other one? Oh, Pandora's Tower. So yeah, but yeah, those games fire. I was lucky and got those cheap before I really knew what I was doing. But yeah, man, I got some more pickups over there. I guess I'll grab. We'll talk about a few more pickups before we get up out of here. we're at 49 minutes. I'll try to go to an actual hour and then we'll cut it off right there. So, I'll show. I'll show. Okay, then next time we're going. That's when I show all PS4 next time. Okay, so alrighty. So a couple of these, we're gonna start with some 360 games. Okay. I'm actually regretting that I bought these. Okay. Oh, that took something else with it. What the hell? A box took my box out there. Oh, that's all bad. Yep, there we're losing them fast, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Falling off the wall because of all the hot air you've been blowing in there. Facts. Yeah, man. Another one bites the dust. You got to do a raffle for who gets the closest to the remaining number of tiles still left on the wall. So them sound panels waited for you to stream and was like, "It's our time to shine." Yeah, no, man. They've been up all day. I put them up today at like 4 p.m. and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I was kind of watching cautiously, and I'm like, "Okay, it's 6 o'clock. They still up there. Ain't nothing fell yet. 7 o'clock." I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, reserved, happiness. And I'm like, maybe like, yeah. And then, yeah, now they're all just falling off. It's so bad. Mm, mm-mm. So that's just telling me I shouldn't put them up there. I don't know. I got, I might put them on this wall here, actually, when I remove them. Because this isn't enough wall. So I'll show you guys. Because if you don't know, I have another channel where I talk about film and photography. Okay. And so one of the things I've been doing is printing photos. Let me show you some of my beautiful artwork. Okay. Okay, that's true art right there. Okay. One of the pictures that I took and printed. And so I got the space on the wall, but it's honestly not enough space because this you start to run into this here. So it's not enough space for this backdrop and these pictures to go how I want them on the wall. But I could fill this space with those sound panels once I nail them bitches into the wall. Pardon my language. And then all of these will go on that because that's a whole wall over there. And then because I got like 9 of these, not this picture, but yeah, man. Like I said, okay, I'm proud of my photos, and it's cool because these. I'm going to talk about this on my film photography channel. I took these with a variety of photos or cameras. I took that with my Sony A6400. Took this one right here. It's a little point and shoot camera that I hold in my pocket, and I don't have it right now. But we'll talk about it on the other channel. You got to watch the other channel for that. I was sitting in my car at a red light. It was magic hour. Okay, so the sky was on fire. It looked dope, just like this. I seen that plane go by. I pulled that thing out of my pocket, zoomed in, and just snapped it just real quick, right as the light was turning green, and I was the first one in line. So when the light turned green, I had to get out of Dodge. But that is one of the my favorite pictures I've taken all summer. And I took that with a little point and shoot that was in my pocket. And like I said, got it printed. It looks nice on the print. Okay, it's not all low resolution. And this is a camera from like 2015, 2016, super old camera. Yeah, and just pulled it out. It's like, bam, got the shot. Super happy. And that was with the window up and everything. Like, dirty window, like, still got it crystal clear. I was super hyped. Got so lucky with that shot. I was so hyped with that. But yeah, so I'm printing my pictures. I'm gonna start posting them like up on the window. I might even start selling them too. I got some cool photos like that that somebody might want in their office or whatever. A 69. Yep, nice. Absolutely. So yeah, that was in when we were in Arkansas. What's the name of that place? Eureka Springs. Fantastic, fantastic place. I'd recommend you go see it. It's a nice little spa town. Um, Absolutely. So anyway, but yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna put the sound panels over here, use that wall for all my prints, and then that'll be one of my backdrops for my film photography channel. When we get to that. So anyway, let's start with this first one. I was on a Dead Island kick, okay? I never played Escape from Dead Island. So I'm like, man, this is a cheap game. Okay, I might as well just scoop it up. I heard it wasn't that good, especially compared to all the other ones in the series. But I'm like, man, I kind of want to get all the Dead Island games. And if you want to get the whole series, you got to have that one too. I was mad. I wasted a $5 coupon and got it for $10, which is still too much. That's like a $5 game in my eyes. Because I heard it's not good, but I went ahead and got it, and that's not the one I'm mad about. What I'm mad about is grabbing these games here, the Sniper Elite games. So, the Sniper Elite series is actually very fun. I think I played Sniper Elite back in the day on the PS2. Okay, I've got Sniper Elite VR on the PS4. That game is freaking ridiculous, especially playing with the aim controller that I got. Immersive, okay? Absolutely immersive. And so I'm like, man, let me go back. And then I saw Sniper Elite 5 just came out, and that game looked really fun. I'm like, man, let me go back and play some of these. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I got the special edition of Sniper Elite 2, and then I got the special edition of Sniper Elite 3. And I'm like, oh yeah, these are dope. I got the special editions. And then come to find out both of these games were remastered on the PS4. So I'm like, God dang it, I'm gonna have to get those. So I don't know if I want to just sell these or like what I'm gonna try to get a couple dollars trade in credit. But I'm mad. I found out about those two copies right after I bought both of these. So I'm like, man, I'm probably still gonna play them. I'm sure they look and play great on the Xbox 360, but oh hey, video gamer lover is in the house. Video game lover 58. What's going on, boss? Welcome to the stream. I was just showing some recent pickups that I got. Some semi recent. Because like I said, this is stuff I picked up basically just this year. I haven't shown any pickups in 2024. And so here we are, showing pickups in 2024. Yeah. So here's one I think I've shown already. I'm gonna show it again though. On the PS4, this is Valkyrie Elysium. So if you didn't see my last pick, I think I did show this because I've had this game for a while. But Valkyrie Profile series, you got Valkyrie Profile on the PlayStation. Then you got Valkyrie Profile Simon whatever, blah 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 on the PS2. I can't pronounce it. Starts with an S. And then you got Valkyrie Profile Lilith on the PSP, which I think is like a retelling of the first game. And then you got this game. What they all have in common is that all them games are expensive now. All the Valkyrie Profile games going to run you at least 60, $70 complete in box. And so this one is brand new at $30. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop that up because every game in the series is expensive. So obviously this one is going to be expensive in the future. I really feel that way. This didn't seem like it got a really wide release anyway. So I don't think there's that many copies. This is not a game I see on the shelf. So I've seen it like once or twice since I bought this like a year ago, and that was it. So this is not a game I always see. So I went ahead and bought it, even though it was at GameStop, and it's not new because they opened the damn thing. So I've never played this game before. Why is my game not in the plastic, all open and stuff, and it's supposed to be new? But like I said, I went ahead and took that L and bought the game simply for the rarity or just the fact that it's super uncommon, at least in the store. So went ahead and picked it up. Looking at it though on the back, like it doesn't look like your turn-based RPG. That looks like an action adventure game. It looks like they kind of took a page from Final Fantasy VII Remakes book and kind of made it more action oriented. So well, okay, Retro Manus says finished Elysium, short game, decent. Okay. So like I said, if it's a short game and decent, I'd rather pay $30 for it now than pay $80 for it like 5 years from now. So yeah. So good to know. Good to know. Okay. Something of a guilty pleasure of mine is the Neptunia series, and I'm in the process of trying to grab all of those as well. And it's kind of hard to keep track of them because they got so many, but also they have so many remakes. So they started out with Hyperdimension Neptunia 1 and 2 on the PS3. Those got remasters on the PS Vita and on the PS4, and I think the PS5. And then you got this one here, Super Neptunia RPG on the PS4. I have no idea where this falls in the series. Okay. But it looks like So it says Super Neptunia RPG, which is interesting because almost all the Neptunia games are your old school Japanese turn-based RPG. This game, however, even though it's called Super Neptunia RPG, and it does look like there is some turn-based stuff, the middle panel says jump, dash, and explore enchanting dungeons. And so it looks like she's exploring that in a 2D side-scrolling fashion, that middle panel there. So I don't know. It looks like they might be mixing genres up, but that's cool. This is a game that's super self-aware. It takes place in the world of game industry, okay, and it's basically a huge fourth wall break. It's kind of like a manifestation of the console wars that popped off in the '90s between Nintendo and Sega, and then later PlayStation and Microsoft. And so, each of these goddesses are a personification of each one of those gaming consoles, and they battle for supremacy. They team up to fight greater evils and stuff like that. It's a kind of a cute series that actually has some raunchy and sexually charged humor as well. But like I said, it's an interesting game, and I played the first one, liked it. Actually, dialogue was super funny, so I've been playing and trying to get all of them kind of sent. So wasn't it based on an anime? I can't remember if the anime came first. There is a Neptunia anime. I can't remember if it came first or if the game came first. Because, like I said, the game's been around. The first Neptunia game came out in like 2010. So I have to look at that. Actually, let me see if I can open up a new window here and just look up the series. So yeah, the first game, Compal Heart, by the way, is another one of those obscure Japanese companies that brings over all these cool games from Japan, just like NIS America and all the other ones I was talking about. Oh yeah, the first one came out in 2010. Now let me look at the anime and see when the anime came out. But yeah, I do remember somebody talking about an anime. I've never seen it. Okay, here it is. Oh no, the game came out first because the anime dropped in 2013. So yep, the game came out 3 years prior, and then they dropped the anime afterwards. So yep, game was first. But I'll have to check out the anime too. Like I said, it's a fun series. Like it's just not for children. But anyway, let's see. I got two more games I want to show y'all, and then we'll cut it off because we're already in an hour and it's 11:30. I actually got the email to go to my school tomorrow to pick up my keys for my classroom. So that's fun. So they were saying, like, oh, if you want, otherwise you can't get them until August 3rd. So I'm like, nope, let me go. Actually, I'll get access to the building so I can actually start this week going in and setting up my classroom, which is nice. I will do that before we actually are supposed to report back. So during report week, I can just be in my classroom chilling instead. So yes, yes. So fun. But yeah, we gotta do that. Also, I still work I do summer camp in the summer. This is our last week of summer camp. Fun things coming up with that. I'm gonna finish summer camp this Friday, and then I will have like 7 days or so between the end of camp and the first day I got to report back. That I'm definitely going to try to get some content. If I don't put out content, I'm definitely going to shoot a bunch of content and then start releasing over time. One thing I want to do, especially on my film and photography channel. So again, it's just my first and last name, Antoine Sexton. If you didn't know that, check that out. I am going to hit Route 66. That is a trip. That's something I've always wanted to do. Route 66 runs through my native Kansas as well as Oklahoma. Either way, if I access it through Kansas or if I drive down to Oklahoma to access, it's going to take me, it's crazy because it's going to take me about 3 hours just to get to Route 66. But I'm going to go out there just to say I did it, take some photos out there, all that stuff. So I still have nightmares of being in high school, could never work in a classroom. Yeah, it's crazy because I hate school. I hate school. And despite what I do for a living, I hate school. I have to go back to school to finish my degree. And my principal, she's like, "Hey, look, man, I'm gonna just have you teach the class. I get paid extra for teaching the class, so it's nice, quite a bit extra too. Not as much as an actual teacher salary here in the state, but actually, it's quite a bump up from my normal base salary. So I'm doing it, but she's like, "Hey, I'll keep you in the spot. You ain't got to worry about, going back down to your old rate. I'll keep you in the spot and while you go through school, and as soon as you're finished with that, I'll get you certified, and you can take the class over." Because actually, the degree I'm going for, a lot of people take that degree and go into the corporate world. And if you take my technology degree and go in the corporate world, you can make like 100 to 120,000 in the corporate world. So no one wants to teach here in Kansas for 60 grand a year when you can make double. But me personally, if I went and worked in the corporate world, I would blow my brains out. Probably shouldn't say that. Sorry, I don't want to get demonetized. But yes, I would unalive myself because that sounds not like something I will. As much as I hate school, that sounds worse. And actually, I love teaching. I hated school. I love teaching. Okay. Yeah, I love interacting with the kids. Like I said, I find it to be easy. And since I find it to be easy, I might as well just do it. Said I only know of Order 66. Yeah, nah, man, Route 66, man. Like it's just something I always wanted to see. Okay, I loved the song when I was a little kid, the Route 66 song, very fun song. But yeah, it goes from Chicago all the way down to Los Angeles, California. And it's basically like one of the first like major highways in America. Okay. It's known as Main Street. It's the main street of America. Okay. So yeah, no, it links the Midwest to the Wild West out there. And so, no, it's definitely something I want to see. A lot of cool historic landmarks, a lot of abandoned buildings and stuff there too, which is a gold mine for photography, especially shooting on film, which I'm going to bring some of my film cameras out there, some of my regular cameras out there. I'm just going to be filming content. I wish I could go with somebody. I wish I had photography and filmmaking friends in the city that I knew we can make content together, but I'm going to be out there all by my solo, all by my lonesome out there, which is fine, whatever. Let's see, any vintage camera you looking for? Pass on them all the time at thrifts. Yeah, man. If you see something, like I said, some cameras I'm looking for are Nikons. I don't own a Nikon camera. I do have some Nikon glass, some lenses, and I adapt those lenses to my mirrorless cameras and chef's kiss. They look phenomenal. So do the FD lenses though. Like I said, like this one here, the 24 mil, and this is like I said, Canon AE1 program. This is a great film camera. This is the one everyone starts on, from what I understand. Um, but this piece of glass right here, one of my favorites here. This is the 24 mil 2.8 SSC Canon FD lens, and I basically I've been one of the reasons why I was collecting these cameras is so I can get the lenses because most of the time they come with a 50 mil stuck to them or something like that, and the way that glass looks when you're filming, like just shooting movies, like they look phenomenal, and they really look a lot like cinema glass, but cinema glass is super expensive. So if I got a 24 mil, cinema grade lens, that'd probably be I don't know, like 4 or 5 grand maybe to get a decent one, but like I said, that lens you can get for 250 bucks, so like a tenth of the cost, and the way it looks, fantastic. So, yeah, nah, I'll show you guys this. I know this is not a photography channel, so skip out if you want to. I'm gonna show this real quick now. I'm gonna show these last 2 pickups, but stay with me. I appreciate it if you stay with me, but if you don't, I won't be offended. Okay, so I got this guy right here. This was like I said, I did some homework about lens camera or film cameras. There's more expensive ones, those premium ones like the Leicas or the Hasselblads and things like that. But this one here, the Canon F1, and it fits because I'm primarily a Canon shooter. Well, first of all, that's a gorgeous camera. Look at that thing. That is absolutely drippy with the strap I got to it too. This olive green like strap. This is a drippy camera. I took this out to Lawrence last summer, went and just had it slung on the shoulder like that, and people was walking up. I'm like, bro, what are you shooting on? Like, that's a cool looking camera. And yeah, man, this camera came out in 1971, I think, something like that. Fantastic. Like I said, coolest thing about it. And I'm gonna talk about this all on my film channel, but coolest thing about it is you can take the viewfinder off, and if you look in there, okay, that's actually you can actually see. You see it? Like, so I can look down on this and peep what's going on. It's a fantastic camera. So this was the camera that I was really after. This in the Nikon F2. Yeah, the Nikon F2, also built like this with a removable viewfinder and stuff like that. So I'm looking for the Nikon equivalent to this, which is the F2. But yeah, man, just great camera with a great piece of glass on it. I put this on my Lumix S5, and the images I get with it absolutely phenomenal. Uh, let me see. Sorry, I promise I'm gonna show you one more thing. Then I'm gonna finish up these two pickups, and then we will call it a night. But here's a picture of a cabin that I took with the Nikon with an old Nikon lens. It was the Nikon 105 2.5. It's a famous lens. It's taken some famous pictures, most notably the Afghan girl. If you don't know what the Afghan girl is, just look it up. As soon as you see the Afghan girl picture, you'll recognize it right away. It's one of the most famous pictures of the 20th century. Um, yep, called the Canon Nifty 50. Absolutely. This So the Nifty 50 that we all know and love is this one here. This is the Canon. This is adapted on my M50 here, but this is the EF mount 50 millimeter 1.8 STM. This is the Nifty 50 right here. This one here is the old version of that Nifty 50. And first of all, it looks gorgeous in comparison. Like I said, the old style just looks so nice. Like that's okay, but like this thing, look at that gorgeous. Kind of got like that gold hue to it. Just a gorgeous lens. But yeah, so that's the old version of what we now call the Nifty 50. Honestly, it's just as sharp. Um, but it has just this kind of like analog look to it, like this non-digital look that I love for the photos. Like I took some pictures of my but like I said, check out my channel if you haven't subscribed, Antoine Sexton on YouTube. I'm definitely gonna start diving into all this stuff. I was recently talking about this camera right here. This is an Instax, like a point and shoot, like an Instax instant camera. This thing is fantastic. I love the look of it. It kind of looks like the Fujifilm X100V. Yeah, it's a dope camera. And so this is really what brought me into film photography. So started shooting with that, and then wherever my other instant film camera is, but started shooting instant film, and then just kind of got interested about regular film and started getting cameras and stuff. And then film has become super expensive, so now I've been looking at point and shoot cameras from the early 2000s. I haven't checked on my battery. I'm on my last uh, bar, so we got to hurry up. But like I said, I'll talk about all that on the channel. You got to check it out. Antoine Sexton on YouTube. Find it, and yeah, because I want to start live streaming on that channel too. Let's see, what's my last two games? Last two games on the PSP. This one here, this is Naruto, and I like me some Naruto. This is Naruto Shippuden Kazuna Drive, and this game, first of all, this is an exclusive to the PSP. So I definitely had to scoop it up for that. So like I said, a Naruto game exclusive. This plays like if you guys played the Uzumaki Chronicles games on the PS2, it's basically that but better. I like this game a lot actually. And so you can play as a bunch of different characters, all the moves are there. It's kind of like a third person action RPG as well, so it's not like a fighting game really. So you go around and explore the world and do missions and all that stuff. So it's a blast of a game to play so far. What I've been playing, and last but not least, and I'm going kind of fast because my battery's dying, is Astonishia Story. Was that say that right? Astonishia Story. Where first of all, I just got it because the artwork is fire. I'm like, okay, that's dripped out. Like you got her with the cool like dress and like my man in the coat and all that. Like I said, the artwork looks cool. Okay, looking at the back of it, middle panel shows me that it's like your typical like old school 2D sprite JRPG with some cool animated cutscenes strewn throughout. So this game was on like 10 bucks or no, 12.95 is what I paid for. It was what it says on the spine. Oh, yep, there, focus. Look at that. So yeah, man, it's like I said, Ubisoft put it out. Like me some RPGs, and I think that one's probably going to be more expensive for the PSP in the future. Both of those games will be in exclusives and all of that. So yeah, man, I got some more pickups. We will talk about those next time. Let's see. Says EAE says it looks retro futuristic. Yeah, man, like it's definitely like that retro futuristic like 90s look. And I just like all the way all those cameras look like just like the style like it's just so nice. Like that one looks good. Like I said, even like I said, the Canon with the black and silver, this one here, this is the A1 program. This is one that a lot of people study on. Like a lot of these old cameras fire, okay? But like I said, I just feel like they had more style and personality. My other one, like I said, I told you guys about this one. These point and shoots, these digicams are what they're called from the early 2000s. These are where it's at now, okay? They produce photos that look very similar to film. Whoops. And that's a lot of people are gravitating toward those because the price of film is absolutely through the roof these days. The pandemic really messed that up with the supply chains and all that, so people are having to charge way more for it. But yeah, I said took some dope photos. This one is one of my favorite here. This is Paul Cawthon. I went to a Paul Cawthon concert. Took that, a great photo. Him performing. That was a great show too. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put these pictures up where those sound panels are, and I'm gonna put those sound panels over here. Again, this one I took with that Nikon lens, that 105 millimeter. Again, like I said, and just the images to produce and printing them like they look so so good. But anyway, guys, that's about it, man. Let's see. Said, all right, I'm gonna head to bed. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed too because it's almost midnight where I'm at, and I gotta be at that. I'm gonna head up to school around 8:30. See what's popping with that. Oh yeah, he says, "Are you growing the locks out to become Rico Suave or keeping it short?" I don't know, man. I figure, man, I grow the hair out one more time before it falls out from old age. Okay, my hair is actually quite a bit longer than this, but yeah, like I said, if I ironed it out, like it would be like down here, like if I like put a hot comb through it. But yeah, I'm just rocking it like this right now. I want to cut the sides, so I definitely need a haircut here, and I'll do that before we go back to school. Because you got to make sure you're on point. Them kids will roast you, okay? And me, I don't really care because I tell the kids like I'm a grown up, okay? I don't really care. I'm not beefing with an 11-year-old. I tell the kids every day I wear Walmart shoes. I got some Walmart shoes on right now, and I'm still fly AF. Okay, that's what I tell the kids. Like I'm still cold in my WalMarts. Okay, my ground Gordons. Okay, you spend money on the Air Jordans. Okay, I got the ground Gordons. Okay, much cheaper. Okay, so say yeah, may as well grow it out. You got it, cause one day you might not. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm already pushing 40. I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grow it out while I still got luscious hair. I'm looking at my dad. My dad's hair is all falling out and stuff. My dad is in his late 60s though, so that makes sense. But like I said, I'm trying to keep mine for as long as I can keep it. Okay, just rock it natural like this. I like it though. I like it though. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it, man. That let's see. Yep, Walmart's, Facebook's, my heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I don't buy. I tell the kids like, you want to know what I spend my money on? All this crap, games. Okay, I can't buy Jordans. I'm buying all this instead. Okay, can't buy Jordans. I'm buying all this instead. Okay, but and like I said, kids be kids. Like if you want to spend it on clothes and stuff, I get it. I was like that too. Okay, but I just try to start teaching them like priorities is gonna shift, man. Like you can't if you got to choose between some Walmart shoes or your light bill, better choose the light bill and get them Walmarts popping instead of buying them Jordans day one. And I don't even like Michael Jordan as a person. Okay, there's a big debate on who's the best basketball player of all time. Is it LeBron James? Is it Michael Jordan? Sometimes Steph Curry is in that, conversation. My favorite basketball of all player is Shaq. Okay, Shaquille O'Neal is the realest dude I done ever known. Super cool guy, super chill guy. He's been the same guy since 1993 when he popped off. Okay, like Michael Jordan is not nice to people. Okay, like it's crazy because fans. There's so many videos of fans running up on him, and he's just like brushing them off or telling them to go away, or he'll just like avoid them or pretend he doesn't see them cheering and like, "Hey, Jordan!" Like they'll walk up to him like 5 feet away, and he'll just keep walking like he doesn't even see him. Like he's not a nice person, and that's crazy considering these people stand outside, the mall at midnight to get them Jordan 13s or whatever. And it's crazy, like, but like I said, Michael or Shaq, he had the shoe deal with Reebok back in the day, and he ended that deal because he wanted to start selling shoes in Walmart, and people made fun of him, but he did that so this, like, poor families he wanted to make decent quality basketball shoes that looked good that poor families can have so poor kids can have basketball shoes and not have to, spend an arm and a leg or commit a felony to be able to afford some Jordans. So I respect that. I respect the hell out of that. And you talking about I feel that because AI was a different beast. Allen Iverson, man, in the early 2000s, like that, yeah, he was a sight to see. He was definitely like, he's up there for sure, for sure. So, see, I'd rather have experienced tech and thrift clothing than expensive clothing than thrift tech. Yeah, that's facts. And like I said, it's just, you know, as when you grow up, that stuff is what becomes more important, you know. So I like Shaq, but I grew up watching Allen Iverson as a kid in Philly. Yeah, he's my personal favorite. Yeah, Allen Iverson. Yeah, no, he was an absolute dog back in the day. Like, yeah, greatest. Still have the greatest handles of all time. Greatest overall is probably Braun or MJ though. Yeah, look, man, I and like I said, I don't like Michael Jordan as a person. He's a fantastic player, but I think LeBron matches him as a player. Like LeBron has shattered a bunch of records that Jordan's already set. Of course, LeBron's been playing longer now, but so, you know what I mean? Like, and not to mention, like, people, like, what can you say about LeBron James? Like, he opened a school for enfranchised children and pays for it. And, sends all these kids to college, like, through his, like, it's crazy. Like, LeBron James don't do nothing. I ain't never heard him, like, he ain't got no scandal that I know of. Like, he ain't been caught, like, had gambling issues and stuff like Jordan was having and all that stuff. I ain't never seen LeBron get caught up with no drugs, okay? Get caught up with no infidelity that I know of. I don't, So, but like I said, LeBron just seems like he's just out there just being positive, doing the right thing. Like, how can you hate on that? People are so weird. And like I said, Jordan's still going to be one of the greatest of all time. LeBron, and like I said, don't get me started on Kobe. Okay. Kobe, like, that's a bad man right there on the court. So, but like I said, it's crazy, crazy. Um, Not to turn this into a Crayola issue, but the black folks brag about how much we paid for something while white folks brag about how much they get a discount. Yeah, no, it's facts. It's the culture, Like I said, but when you don't have those advantages growing up, you know, you like I said, I feel like a lot of people like grow up in an advantage position and they're used to comfort. But when you're not used to comfort and then you get it, like, is you don't know you don't know how to act. You just start flaunting it all over the place. Like I told a kid the other day, I was like, man, I was like in the summer camp, it's like, hey, put your money away. He's like flashing his money, doing all this stuff and it was money he earned from cutting grass, but he had like 60 bucks and he's just like, I'm like, boy, I told him, hey man, it's an old saying where I come from. You floss too much, your gums will bleed. Okay. So think about that. Put your damn money away, or one of these other kids take it, and then you run up to me, Mr. S, somebody got my money. I don't want to hear that. Okay. Put your money away. You shouldn't be flashing it like that because all you doing is making somebody envious and they might be envious enough to try to take what you got. So don't put yourself in that position. But no, it's facts. Like I said, you know, It's very much a socio-economic issue, but we can't deny that social economic issues often fall along racial lines, so it is what it is. But it's our worst rapper ever. Hey, I got bars, okay? Got bars. My mixtape coming out soon. Okay. Then I'm gonna stop teaching and YouTube. Okay, I'm just pushing my mixtape. Okay. Spilling my stuff. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for my pickups. My battery is in the red now. It's probably this camera might shut off at any moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there. Like I said, it's now almost midnight. I gotta get to bed because I gotta be at my building at 8 so I can hurry up and get my keys. Like I said, I'm definitely getting my keys tomorrow so I can start moving slash setting up my classroom this week as opposed to waiting until August 3rd when we actually go back to the building. Uh, so yeah. So anyway, like I said, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. You'll be glad you did. I do believe that's all I got for you. Lightsaber Samurai out. Peace. And it was nice talking to you guys. It really was. Shout out to the boys, Pick Flip, Gat Cognac, Hyphy Gold. Okay. It was the fact that I was creating content with them tonight is reason why you're even seeing me at all tonight. I was probably going to eat some ice cream and go to bed. But like I said, we put out some content. Okay, I'm gonna put that on my channel soon. What we talked about, basically, again, talking about Xbox games that are rising in price or that we predict will rise in price in the future. Okay, I talked about a bunch of good ones. Okay, so did the boys. I gave my response during that video, and if you want to see it, you'll have to follow their channels. I'll leave links in the description when I post my video. But when I post my video, I'm going to give you some other games that I think that I didn't talk about with them. So you got to watch us both. Okay. So for sure, dope stream night, folks. Hey, see you 1D5. Appreciate it. Retro Madness. You have a good night. Zybalba, have a good night. Jody, oh yeah, welcome. Welcome to the stream. And you have a good night. EAE, always appreciate you popping in from across the pond. Have a good night. Wait, no, you're not from a no, sorry, I'm mixing you up with somebody else. Take that back. Got Cognac, great pickups. He says, have a great time chilling with you and the boys. Absolutely, man. We definitely got to make that a semi-regular thing. We got to get Joe Casey in on it too, because he definitely has some good insights. His collection is crazy too. So whatever we're talking about, I'm sure he'll have it. But yeah. So me and like I said, I was telling you, me and him was just talking like a couple of weeks ago about getting on a Discord and getting it together. So now that I have one, I'll probably hit him up and we'll make a Discord and we'll definitely have to get on the live stream at some point. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button because this camera is flashing at me. Have a good night, y'all. Take care. Peace. Okay, we out.